Stephanie Strand.
And we're first going to talk about MP2, which is reasoning abstractly and quantitatively, and then we're going to tie it back to MP1, which is what we presented on last time. So here's a little problem. There are 165 kids taking swimming lessons at the pool. If 10 children are assigned to each instructor, how many instructors do we need to hire? Anybody want to give it to me real quick? So the first thing you have to do is figure out which numbers you're manipulating, which is 165 divided by 10. For a kid, that equals 16 and a half. But when you put it back into the problem, you can't have half an instructor, so you have to have at least 17 instructors. Or what if each instructor is teaching 2 separate lessons at 2 separate times? Maybe you don't even need that many, maybe you need 8 or 9. So parts of this problem are you have to find the numbers you need and pull them out. That's the decontextualizing, which is part of the abstract reasoning. And then you have to manipulate them. That's the quantitative reasoning. You know how to use operators on numbers. But then when you plug it back in, recontextualize it, it doesn't make sense. So you need to adjust your answer to fit the real life situation. I guess that was where I was supposed to be for that. So Stephanie has another problem for you.
Oh, yeah. Under certain conditions, sound travels at approximately 340 meters per second. So if Joe yells down the canyon and hears his echo 1.7 seconds later, approximately how deep is the canyon? Anybody? It's probably gonna spin or something. Oh, and so pretty much what I did is, put the numbers in and divide it. And so 350 divided by 1.7 equals 200 meters. Right? We all can agree on that? And that's the answer?
Yeah.
But we have to contextualize this problem. So she's gonna draw us a picture on our top. So she's gonna draw us a canyon. Well, maybe it's a canyon that, And so we're gonna put Joe at the top. So Joe yells. When he yells, it has to go down, and then the sound comes right back up. So we have to divide the 200 by 2 because both directions. And you wouldn't realize that until you really contextualize the problem. It took me forever. We were trying to figure out the problem. I was like, this is stupid. I don't get it. But when you realize it has to go down and up,
It makes sense.
okay. I know, right?
That's what they both did too.
It's like, oh. So how do we as teachers apply math practice standard 2 in our own teaching? We must remind our students to check their reasoning as well as their math skills. Does my answer make sense in the real life situation? Decontextualize and contextualize. Quantitative thinking means students must be able to understand the manipulation of numbers and use that manipulation to solve problems in a meaningful way.
And then I'm going to do a quick review of MP1, although we've had several reviews of that already. The student has to find the different parts of the problem and create a strategy before they begin. And if the strategy doesn't work, they have to be prepared to try it another way. And that's the perseverance part of that. And the student can check the work by solving the same problem a different way. That's having multiple strategies and multiple tools. And the way we see these two tied together
is NP1 was about strategies and perseverance. One of these strategies can now be decontextualizing and recontextualizing. Teaching students to try different strategies and believe that they can solve the problem keeps contextualizing and decontextualizing in mind. For example, if my answer does not make sense in the real life problem, I'm going to have to try something else to solve this problem.
So generally the way we see it tying together is students need to persevere and to use those strategies. That's the MP1 part, and being able to think abstractly, that decontextualizing and recontextualizing, and being able to manipulate numbers in different ways quantitatively become tools to help them strategize and persevere.